Hi, how are you? Okay, I just prompt you of this video because I got woken up at 4 a.m. and by 5 they said, right, got to download, get your pen and paper and start writing it up. So hence I did. So I'm going to get on with it, and it's quite funny because the music's going up while I'm just trying to talk. They do it every time. Okay, so I got up, and what was really interesting, all I could see was one star outside. And this was at 4 this morning, and I thought, no, surely not. So I went out there and had a look. There was about 4 or 5 and a few more dotted around, and I thought, oh my gosh, there is so much more going on, because where the hell are the stars gone? And yeah, start watching, start looking at the night sky. Well, this was early hours anyway. But and some get up at 4 in the morning, start their day. So then I went back to I was laying on my stomach. All I could see in front of me was all these people. They were on like fast track. They were going so fast. It was like, what the hell is happening? And they were just speeding past me, and I was lying on my stomach. So to have people whizzing past me, it's like the dimension of my pillow in my bed went there. It was like I was standing up. But it's, well, I just got told then is that they're going to fast track everything now, so it's going to roll out faster. That's it. That's why I was showing it in that way. But I also look at upon is that it's also they're changing me up to show me another gift that's coming through, and I know that it's coming in thick and fast. And what I was just thinking then was what happened is, while I was looking at these people whizzing past, I then noticed that I was getting pulled up and out. And then I was looking back down on these souls that were looking back down on earth. And what I noticed and what was witnessing, each soul was assigned somebody here on earth, and they were watching them. And that was really amazing. Gently, I lifted up and out there, and I saw souls looking back down on earth. I knew they had passed, and they were assigned to a certain person to watch over, as they were watching over every single one of us. I was also witnessing people naturally levitating. It was as though they were on trainer wheels, so to speak. Their soul knew what they were doing, and yet they were just relearning once more, as they were just having to remember once again how to do it. When I went out and looked at the bodies, they certainly did not know that they even had this ability. And it was like giving a child a new bike for Christmas, their first bike, and getting them to try it out without trainer wheels. So it was magical. It was amazing. It was just the way people were connecting to their new abilities that were coming through. It was so very exciting for me to witness, as though what we have been waiting for so long, it's actually happening. People are getting prepared, and yet on another level, they have no idea it's already happening for them. If you have tuned into this video, you're probably one of them. As if you have found this recording, it is for a bigger reason, as you are more in tune than you realize. And it's time for you. Yes, you. Now it's time. As the saying goes, where we go one, we go all. Isn't it so bloody exciting? Even I'm getting excited just writing this up for you at 5 a.m. in the morning. So they are telling me right now that it is why it is so important now to let go and forgive right now. You need to let go of your past and stop worrying and carrying all that worry on your shoulders. It's like a big old jumper. They're wanting you to see it another way. That jumper is preventing you from your journey, as you think by holding on to the past hurts that you have carried deep down within, that you thought you had buried, wasn't ever going to come back up. Well, it is. The universe is pulling it back up. That's why the universe is pulling up your past right now to deal with once and for all. So don't look at it as being a victim and reliving your past again. Look at it, what and how it makes you feel by having to relive it. How does it making you feel? Is you feeling shit? Yeah. Well, it's making you to remember what that energy was like, but it's letting you know that it's still, you hadn't dealt with it. So that's it. You're having to deal with it now. So it is time to do some inner work once and for all to put it to rest. Okay, I can hear you already. And how am I meant to do that? To clear it out. Start writing and write to the person that you have the problem with. Could be a few people. Start making a list of the people. So write to them as though they are standing right in front of you. And what do you need to say to get it all off your chest? Write everything that you need to say and don't hold back. Once you're finished, read it out as though that person is right in front of you. Note to self. Do not send it to the person, as you are then continuing it on if you tried. As today is the day that you are no longer the victim and you are claiming your strength back and cancelling all the negative emotions that you have shared with that person. You are reclaiming your own power back again. So you are no longer a victim. How empowering is that in itself? Once you have written this down, you then will rip it up, and at the same time you will say, you no longer have any jurisdiction over my soul. I claim my strength back as I am healed from this. You have taught me, and I've left that open. Find the positive out of that negative. To give you an example, look at what you remolded yourself to get through that situation. It was a survival. Who did you become? What is the positive that came from it in the end? This is part of the most important part. No matter what negativity happened to you, it was what your soul contract was to go through, that experience to gain your strength from. For example, my experience of the poisoning of my house and losing it and everything in it, to then have the corporation and many levels fight me for 6 years. I have forgiven them, as I am the woman today. I wouldn't be the woman today because of standing up against them. I now have no fear, and I do these videos to help encourage people to find their strength and give them hope. As with the 6 years, I have only had my own belief to see us through. And that just made me even more determined to never give up, as it had been done to our family for a bigger cause and reason. And I was so grateful that even though I was diagnosed with a serious lung condition from it, I was still alive from it all. And when no one can help you, you can only have yourself to get you through. You have to dig deep down in your soul and find that the true truth, warrior, that we all have inside to tap into to see you through whatever the situation. One thing I will never forget, my barrister said to me while we were going through this horrific experience. He said to me, I have no idea where you were able to research from, as I am qualified barrister of so many years, and you were able to locate the exact info we need and more to challenge them back. Where myself, I have no idea where to even begin. And yet you are able to find it each time we need to locate something. As much as I wanted to tell him, how can I? I just knew in my heart he was not on the same wavelength, and it was best to keep it professional, as I did not want to freak him out how I was able to do it, as I needed him in my court. So all I said, that I believe in something more than you can see. I knew he never was able to understand me, but who can when I am working at a pure survival level? P.S. I won on so many levels, and especially the best that came from it all was my family became inseparable. As when you are challenged from then at that level, I made sure that I built our family unit so bloody strong that nothing was going to take that away. When you are faced with something horrific in your family, you either grow together to a level that you have never or even knew you could, or it tears you completely apart. So this is where our kids saw the pure strength I had to pull up from the depth of my soul and use every ounce of my being to stand strong in my knowing that we were the innocent party, and I was not going to be swept under the carpet and trodden on. Karen Odell was not going anywhere. And the more they threatened me, I became stronger. And my knowing to never back down, no matter how hard it was. Did they not know I was a Leo, the lion, and they had not seen me roar yet? Was I scared? Oh my God, yes, I was. And at times I was completely frightened. And if I knew what I knew now, that's how they gain their strength, through their threats, by destroying you. So for you to back down. Well, it only made me dig down deeper and reclaim my power back off them. I think they wondered what the hell this woman just keeps standing up. What I'm trying to say here, when your belief is a life and death situation, and you know they are covering up something, and you are at the innocent party, never give up, never. As you are just another number to them. And once they clear you out the way, there is someone else that they will take on as well. All I kept thinking, if I back down, we lose everything. And someone out there earns a bonus. Wow, not on my watch. The buck stops here. I have to say this, where I learned so much about all the corruption that I never knew even existed. I saw how the whole system worked and how the bigger players bullied for the smaller people, and they were all in on it. I can assure you, I went to all levels out there, and they all closed their door on me in the most vulnerable time of my life. I am witnessing now they are all weaseling their way out of the government at the moment. But I know what I know, that not one of them can ever hide for the thousands to millions of people they have deceived, that their time is about to be up. There is no hiding for any of them. And I can now sit back as the universe is already doing its work, as karma is a bitch. Do you realize how empowering it is to watch as Trump has said, the hunters become hunted? This is truly a very empowering quote, as I am so grateful, thankful for having gone through this horrific challenge, as I have now the balls in higher places, being a female, to stand strong in my knowing that I stood up and stayed strong, and now it's going to be their turn in court to face what's coming to them all. Maybe I played my part for a bigger reason. Then I realized, as I just stepped up as being a Leo, you should never take a woman on that is so protective over her cubs, and she will travel to the end of the earth for them. So stand strong with so much love in your heart, and by God's will, we have totally got this. As our love chain goes right around the world now with so much strength, and their evil ways will soon be no longer. So strengthen up and gain much courage to take the last stand from deep down within. We have got this collectively. Well, I hope this has motivated you, as just writing this has inspired me even more. So let's get this party started and stay strong and never back down in your knowing, as many need to be dissolved from the evil they have been doing to millions. It's time for our God within to show. With our love in our heart is our sword of truth. Big hugs from me to you right now, and God bless, and go out there and pull on this light and shine your love. Thank you so much. And if you would like to help me, I've got a link down below. It's Buy Me a Coffee. If I inspire you and you would like even more. So I thank you, thank you, thank you. Like and share, and let's keep getting this out there.